Let's start by installing WebPort. And for that, we need the WebPort setup file. We begin by running the setup file as an administrator. Select the language you prefer. Depending on the license we have, or will have, we can select components. You need to install WebPort first before you can order a license file, except if you are ordering a license on a USB key. I have a full license in the form of a development license, so I choose to have all add-ons installed. We run it as a standalone application since we're only using it for training purposes. If we were to install WebPort for actual deployment, we would run it as a service so that it starts with Windows. WebPort's data directory is where the database is located. It's worth noting that it will grow over time. In WebPort's data directory, both system pages and the database are stored, including historical trend data. This means that it can become quite large depending on how much data you choose to save, so it's worth considering when selecting a directory. WebPort uses port 8090 by default, but you can choose any port you like. If you're chosen to install the client, you need to specify the address. It should directly connect to you. Also get to choose the command to exit the client. So, now we're ready to install. Done. What's being installed now is WebPort in the Program Files directory, which contains all the system files. Then we have the WebPort data folder in Program Data. Here, we have three main directories. There's Assets, where symbol libraries are located. We also have DB, where the database is saved, and System, where our system pages and tag lists are stored. These three folders also constitute a project in WebPort. When we create a new project, we can simply copy these folders and place them in a new subfolder. Let's create the educational project. Here we have our educational project with Assets, DB, and System folders. Copy it and paste it into the new project folder under Program Data. Then we can start WebPort. Then I can choose the educational project, and it will start automatically. When you start the WebPort's control application, WebPorts starts automatically. We open our web browser and connect. By default, there's an administrator account with username admin and password admin. You will receive a message when starting that no license is found. Just click on the settings icon on top, license information. Here, we find the computer ID. This is what should be used when ordering a license. The generation of the computer ID depends on which network card you have as your primary network card. If you encounter problems with a license you've ordered, it's often because Windows has changed the order of the network cards. In that case, you can go into General Settings and choose the primary network card. Let's upload our license file and select it and click on Save. Then we need to log out and close WebPort server for the changes to take place. We start WebPort again and log in. We check if the license is working. And yes, it is. We can see the license type, developer, unlimited number of pages, nodes, and all the driver versions that we have access to.